To start off this look, I go in with a primer, and this is by The Ordinary, and it's the High Adhesive Silicone Primer. And then to get a really, really good pale base, I use my L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-hour matte foundation, and this is in colour 10, which is Porcelain, and I use my blank canvas foundation brush. Then to set it, I use Rimmel. What is Rimmel? Insta Fix and Matte. It's a translucent powder, but when you pat it right into the skin with a powder puff, it really makes the skin really white and a great base for makeup. Next is my eyebrows, and for this I'm using a Primark just a basic eyeliner really. I wanted to go for something quite dramatic. I wanted to look completely not like me, so I sort of winged this look really. I sort of had an idea of what I wanted to go for. I wanted to go for like reds and blacks and greys and quite a sexy but scary looking vampire. So I thought, right, I'm going to go for some bold eyebrows and see how I do. Yeah, this pencil's not so great for eyebrows. It would have been better if I had an actual black eyebrow pencil, which is a bit harder. So this is a little bit too soft, but it's okay, I'll work with it. And then I go in just to carve out my eyebrows using an Eylure Illuminator pencil. It's a double-ended pencil, and it's just so that I can get like a nice harsh line underneath my brows ready for the rest of the makeup. Now this is my Flawless 4, I can't say that, palette by Makeup Revolution. And it is just, the only eyeshadows I use in this video is by Makeup Revolution. Not that it's my favourite brand of eyeshadows, but I just happened to find that the colours were there in the palettes that I wanted. I'm using a Deluxe Crease brush, and I'm just filling all around my eye basically, trying to smudge it out a little bit, but not really fussed how messy it looks. I use a slightly smaller brush for the under eye. So I'm creating like a C look. And then I'm using a Zoeva 225 Luxe Eye Blender brush, and I go in with a darker colour, so this is more like a purpley shade, still from the Flawless 4 palette. And then I move on to the black colour, still using the Zoeva brush. And I concentrate this mainly on my crease and blend it out. Throughout this video you'll notice that I go over my eyes, I dip in and out of doing my eyes. I want it to look quite blended well, but also quite messy, if that makes sense. Quite a rough look. Grunge is a word. So I slightly bring it up. I use less pressure as I bring it up to the top of my eyebrows, because I don't want that, you know, highlighted. I do want a little bit of a shadow there. And then going back using my original brush that I used for the pink shade, or the pinky red shade, there's no extra eyeshadow on that brush. It's just, I'm using it just to blend and just blending the colours together really. So I'm going in with exactly the same pinky red shade as I had all over my lid, but I'm just going in above on my eyelids then, and I'm using, I think it's a L'Oreal brush, one of these sponge applicator brushes, you know, the cheapy type of ones that you can get, you generally throw away, but I love them for putting on eyeshadow like this. I just add it to the corners of my eyes underneath as well. So just wiping away. And then I'm using a different brush now. There's no eyeshadow on this brush, so I wanted a clean brush. And this is Real Techniques, and this is just a base shadow brush. So I'm just blending the colours all together. Now for my eyeliner, which I don't film. This is by Supercat, or Soap and Glory, and it's Supercat. Just a massive wing, which you can see I've done it all over my lids and slightly underneath my eye as well. I had problems with my editor on my computer when I was doing this. Unfortunately, you can't see me doing that. I go back in with my black eyeliner pencil and I just fill in the rims of my eyes. And on my waterline as well, on the tops there as well. And then, just to make my eyes more feline, cat-like, I just bring the corners down a little bit, extend the corners. Bit of a dramatic look. I thought, ooh, it'd be nice to put a bit of bright red sort of gloss on top of my eyes. So I grabbed my Urban Decay, I think it's Liquid Vice, I think that's what they're called. Vice Liquids, and this is in shade Crimson. And I really, really liked the way it looked. It was just on the table and I just grabbed it. So yeah, using a brush, I'm able to just, you know, precisely plonk it on my eyelids then basically. Again, going in with a fluffy brush and just fluffing out the edges more. And bringing that red shade a bit more down onto the tops of my cheeks. I've now got false eyelashes on as well, which you didn't see because my editor was playing up. I'm just tidying up now. Going back in with my Liquid Vice Urban Decay lipstick. I cover all my lips. I did do my lips a different way initially. I used this colour and then I outlined them with a black eyeliner and sort of smudged them in together, but it was just too harsh. I thought I want my eyes to be the main focus. Well, not main, but you know, I want my eyes to really, really stand out. So yeah, I wanted to darken them up. As you can see, I'm using a brush and it's just eyeshadow, just darkening the corners, and I'll darken them up as the video goes along again. So not as dramatic lips, but something that blends in with the theme of my overall look, I suppose. Using Smashbox, and not sure what that colour is, I'm afraid. What is it? I've got it here. It is Get Fired, just in the middles, just to brighten up. So now on to the contouring, and I'm using an Urban Techniques. I'm using Real Techniques contour brush, and I've gone into another Makeup Revolutions palette, and this is the Ultimate's Favourites palette, and I'm contouring using their grey eyeshadow, and then you will see I move on to their black eyeshadow. Making lots and lots of posy, funny faces. Now suck my cheeks in. Doing a bit of shading underneath my chin, just to create that sort of gaunt look. So yeah, I'm adding the black now, just to blend it out a bit. And then a slight bit of colour just on top, just so that it all like flows through to my eyes. Don't want too much colour because I'm supposed to be dead. And then to carve out my cheekbones further, I go in with my Rimmel powder and I bake that area for a little while. Showing you that I'm going back in with a grey, with a contour stick, and I'm just shading a little bit of my temples. And then I decide to go for a peak. So initially I start, as you can see, I'm using eyeshadow for this, but I later go on and I cover it up with my Soap and Glory eyeliner pen, as I just felt that it just stood out better. Finishing off my contour look. And then just using my Zoeva brush that still had the dark shadow on, and just outlining just the outer corners of my lips. Now I'm showing you my freaky looking contact lenses. I love the way they arrived. So cool in the little pots. Now these were easy to get in and easy to get out, but ow, they hurt. They really hurt. I could not stand wearing them longer than about half an hour. So here's my finished look. Added a bit of fake blood, put a wig on, put a cape on, and put my contacts in. And there's me posing, trying to be a sexy, scary vampire. So that is my freaky vampire-esque look. I'm so chuffed. That it's turned out okay. Oh my word. I can't show you a picture of my makeup look, my makeup inspiration. I just went for it. I was just thinking, right, red and black and white, and I contour with grey. Yeah, so I'm really happy, really happy. I did have second thoughts about going for the thick eyebrows, but I'm so glad I did, because it's just really sets it off, and it is different to me. It is completely different to me. The kids wanted to have a look at me just now, and they were completely freaked out. They say that I should be in an over 18s horror film, which is perfect, which is what I want. I did have fangs, but I can't get them in my teeth, so I haven't bothered. Happy Halloween!